The stage was set. On May 12, 2025, a major trial in the entertainment industry began in a Manhattan federal courtroom. Sean "Diddy" Combs, once regarded as a hip-hop icon, entrepreneur, and public figure, is currently facing serious federal charges that could strip him of everything. The stakes are incredibly high, and if convicted of all the charges, racketeering scheme, sex trafficking, and transportation for prostitution, Combs could receive a life sentence in prison. Let's dive straight into day one of the trial, where it all started. The day began with the highly anticipated jury selection. After months of preparation, the court selected a panel of 12 jurors, 8 men and 4 women, and 6 alternates. Due to the gravity of the case, there were issues with the jury selection. The defense team of Combs had concerns about racial bias, claiming that the prosecution had removed several black jurors from the panel. The prosecution denied this, claiming the jury was diverse. Through these early problems, the jury was set and the trial proceeded. The trial is widely known, and because of it, there has been heightened security and interest from the public. The courtroom was filled with reporters, celebrities, and curious onlookers who wished to get a glimpse of the man who was once a household name in music. After the jury was chosen, both sides delivered opening statements. The prosecution, led by Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson, wasted no time outlining how serious the charges were. Johnson described the life of a man who, to the public, seemed larger than life. P. Diddy is a cultural figure, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. But Johnson said behind closed doors, Diddy was running a criminal operation that targeted vulnerable women. Johnson outlined the case against Combs for almost 50 minutes, explaining what they had called a Combs operation. She alleged that for more than 20 years, Combs used his wealth and celebrity status to control, coerce, and manipulate women into having sex with him while they were under the influence of drugs. The most shocking part of her statement was the accusation that Combs staged freak-offs, all-night drug-sex binges with groups of women and male prostitutes. Johnson argued that they were not consensual but coerced, and that Combs used them to maintain control over victims. Johnson also mentioned a 2016 attack on his then-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. The prosecution will present video from that attack, which captures Combs allegedly attacking Ventura in a Los Angeles hotel room. The video will probably be a turning point piece of evidence in the trial, shaping the jury's perception of Combs' conduct. Defense attorney Taney Geragos later responded to what the prosecution had to say. Geragos conceded Combs does have issues, stating he has a temper and has been violent in the past. She strongly denied, however, that Combs was operating a criminal enterprise. Geragos insisted that the prosecution was attempting to portray Combs' private life as criminal. She insisted that his angry rants, though horribly misguided, did not necessarily equate to his participation in sex trafficking or racketeering. She painted Combs as a complicated man, a man who rose from nothing to become an international icon, but not a criminal mastermind. Geragos also noted a key difference between criminal conduct and sexual preference. She noted that some of Combs' sexual acts will be difficult for the jury to hear, but they were not criminal. He's not on trial for being a jerk, Geragos said. He's on trial for operating a criminal enterprise. That was the strategy, to humanize Combs and distinguish his personal errors from the crimes he is accused of. Following the opening remarks, the first day of testimony began. 2 key witnesses testified, and what they had to say created a clear and shocking picture of the charges. The first witness was Israel Flores, a former Los Angeles Intercontinental Hotel security guard, where the 2016 attack took place. Flores testified about a disturbing experience when he came in response to a call about a woman in distress. Upon arrival, he found Cassie Ventura with visible bruises and upset, and Combs beside her, with a devilish expression, according to Flores. The security video shown to the jury showed Combs pushing Ventura onto the floor, kicking her, and dragging her down the hotel hallway. Flores testified that Combs tried to bribe him with a large amount of money for his silence. The second witness was Daniel Phillip, a male escort who described being paid to engage in sex with Cassie Ventura in front of Combs. Phillip described how the encounters occurred during what the prosecution refers to as freak-offs, the slang for these chemically induced coerced sex parties. Philip described how the encounters began with Combs controlling the encounters, instructing Ventura and the male escorts on what to do. Philip described the encounters as being non-consensual because he witnessed violence during one encounter in which Combs was reported to have pulled Ventura by the hair and slapped her. Philip's testimony was extremely graphic and disturbing, and it began what is proving to be a difficult trial. Some of Combs' family members, including his 3 teenage daughters, allegedly left the courtroom during this testimony. Listening to such graphic and violent information is probably extremely difficult for those in Combs' presence, and also for the jurors who will decide his fate. By day one's end, the trial had already started to unravel into what promises to be a long and emotional ride. The prosecution has made its case, and the defense has indicated they will battle back hard. The hotel footage, witness testimonies, and digital evidence are all key pieces of the puzzle, but much more is yet to be heard. The key witness in this case is Cassie Ventura. She is going to testify shortly, and it will be a pivotal point of the trial. Being one of the former lovers of Combs, how she describes their relationship and the abuse she faced would be very significant. The prosecution would likely rely on her testimony to highlight the disparity between the public image of Combs and his supposed actions behind closed doors. As we begin day 2, the witnesses will continue to be cross-examined, and the case will begin to take form. But this much is certain: this trial is not going to end anytime soon, and whatever transpires next may have a hard hold on Combs' future, as well as the image we hold of celebrity power, abuse, and responsibility in the entertainment industry. Stay with us for more information as this case unfolds. Don't fret, we will be right here with you, breaking down the turning points and major developments. What do you think? Is Diddy actually a victim of a smear campaign, or is he a criminal manipulator who leveraged his empire to exploit women? Leave your comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any information as the trial unfolds.